I got you.
Okay. Not a lot of people have been watching my videos besides the Friday Night Funkin', so I'm interested to hear what you got to say.
No, because of course I've seen you. Obviously, I saw your video with Jack that you recently posted. But before that, the whole Minecraft series for Berlin. That was how that's how I got to know you. And then started following your page and just seeing what you've been creating and what you've been participating in. And so yeah, it's been pretty fascinating, man.
It's insane to me. It just all came by so fast, just super quick. So I'm blessed though. I'm really thankful to be in this position.
It's awesome. I have a whole list of questions, but I'll probably just go with the flow of the conversation. Okay.
Yeah.
But first of all, just how are you? How you doing?
I'm chilling. I've kind of been doing a lot of writing. That's what I usually do on my spare time, because as you see, I'm not really uploading anything at the moment. So usually when I'm not uploading, a lot of people are like relaxing, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to write something. So I'm just writing ideas, concepts, scripts for upcoming stuff. That's pretty much it. How about you? Or I don't know, you're the one interviewing me, but I still want to know how you're doing, man.
It's all good. You can ask questions if you want to, but I'm doing good. I recently I've been participating in this Boys and Girls Club internship.
That's cool.
I got accepted as like a student leader. I think around March. I think they only accept, I can't remember, probably around 2,000 kids nationwide, around that number. But that's like you said, I'm extremely blessed to be put in this position, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. It's like a month until I got to go to USC for college, and I'm excited for that too.
Yeah, my mom used to work there at the Boys and Girls Club, like stuff like that. So it's cool to see people are still like doing it. It's something that's like still reoccurring. So that's dope.
Yeah, it's a 8-week internship, and we're like halfway through it. But so far, I just recently got able to attend the Boulder Highway Clubhouse, and seeing how they function is pretty cool. What they do.
Okay, that's clean. That's clean.
But how are you feeling? How you feeling mentally, man?
I'm chilling. Mental wise, it's just very I don't got a lot to do this summer besides working. So my mind's just always at work. And then when I'm not working, I'm just kind of like, I got nothing else to do. So it's weird. It's all weird because I want to have time to myself, but I don't really have hobbies besides like all the hobbies I have are things I put work into. Like I end up having a hobby and then just like, oh, I'm going to actually do this as like a career thing. But
so you feel like you don't have hobbies. You feel like they kind of grown into stuff that you just gotta
end up doing. Yeah. And then people want to see it. So that's kind of where I'm at mentally. And then that's kind of a weight because you're like, okay, well, I'm saying all these things I'm going to do, but then it's all piling up and it's kind of stressful. But as of recently, I've been okay. I've been like handling it slowly. I dropped a few things, like postponed them. So
yeah,
it's cool. That's cool.
And you just finished school recently?
School? I finished 11th grade. I still got one more year. And
wow.
Yeah. So senior year, that's the last year. It's going to be very interesting because a lot of people that wouldn't talk to me in school are like, oh, you're blowing up? Whoa, that's really cool. And I'm like, yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see if people find out about that kind of stuff and how people change and all that. But who knows? It could just all be the same. I'm chill with whatever. Just get school over with so I can actually really focus on this.
That's kind of, you do realize how crazy it is that you're doing all of this and you're not even like in senior year yet.
Yeah, I don't understand how I do it either. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it like people are always asking me, how are you doing all of this at your age? Like you're really inspiring me to do this stuff. Like, and then I'm like I don't know. I don't really got anything else to do.
I think probably over the course of my high school, I don't think I had the mindset that you have. I think whenever you, I guess you kind of have this mindset. It seems like you have this mindset where if you think something's fun and you just want to, if you see someone's doing it, it looks like you automatically, you're like, I can do this.
Yeah.
That's the voice acting with the being involved in the movie and then streaming. It just seems like whatever you want to do, you're legit doing it.
Yeah.
Compared to how people's always like, I'll do this when I have time to do this, or I'll do this next year.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I always wanted. This is something I just started realizing about myself is that I always want to do like more than what I wanted to start off, because at the beginning in elementary school I did a lot of stage plays, I did a lot of acting, and I said I wanted to get into like film acting and voice acting and all that type of stuff. And so I got into that, and then I realized this is not just one thing I want to do. I also wanted to, I looked at a bunch of content creators like Berlin, Corey, Dante, all of them. I'm like, I want to make content like that. And then I looked into, comics and music, and I don't know, just always trying to do something new. Like big inspirations of mine were Donald Glover and Tyler the Creator, and how like they don't just do music, they do like all kind of things. They do shows, they do everything. Clothing, they do all kinds of things. So that's kind of what inspired me, sort of. But just like everyone else, like different categories, different people in different categories and what they do. And I just try to do it. I don't want to wait. I always hate the idea of just waiting, even though I do it. But I hate the idea of waiting, because you're like, I can do this when I'm older. The reason I wait is because I feel like it's not good enough. Like I'm like, I could do something better than what I just did, because
you're trying to put the best product.
Exactly. That's why people keep on making jokes. Even in Jack's video, he said, when are you going to make another video? It's been 4 months. And I'm like, yeah. It's just, I don't want to like disappoint, especially after my latest video blowing up just randomly, just like having to do something not subpar, because I always want to try something new with my content, but just like it's gonna have a backlash. I already know it's gonna have a backlash, because people are gonna be like, why isn't it another Friday Night Funkin'? And I'm like, oh, I'm not really that type of channel. It was just kind of like a one-off type of thing. So
you feel like you got pressure? Yeah,
pressure. Exactly. That's another thing about me. I don't know how to choose my words correctly. So
that's all good. First of all, congrats on the video blowing up. That's pretty awesome.
Thank you. I was shocked.
Seeing how popular that video was, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was not expecting that at all. It was me and my friend. We're thinking about video ideas. My friend Flacco, he's like probably, I don't know if I'm his best friend, but he's my best friend. And so he was always like, we were always planning video ideas, because when we think of video ideas, we only want to think of it being like a one-off. We don't want to do like multiple things, because a lot of times if we keep on doing one thing,
it gets popular, and then
you only get known for that one thing. So I always try to do like one-offs and make every video feel like it's created by me, but also it's a different type of thing that's done. Like any like I can do anything, but it still has the same like feeling of it being like a HeyHixen video or something like that. And so with the Friday Night Funkin', Flacco was like, what if we did this multiplayer like versus type of thing? And I'm like, are you sure that's never been done before? It's like, no, it hasn't been done before. Trust me, we would at least get 10K views on this. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, sure. And we did it, and it got more than 10K. That's to say the least. It got more than 10K, and we were shocked. and we were like 100K. What? And then it hit 1 million, and awesome. everyone was like texting me, like blowing up my phone, like, "Oh my gosh, you got 1 million! What in the world?" And I guess it's because the game is popular at the time. Like everybody's like talking about the game and all that, but also it's like, I don't know. I'm such a small, like, in the grand scheme of things, when it compares to like all of my friends and all that and all, like everyone I know, I'm quite a small channel. But at least when the video came out, I was at like 12K. I'm at like 35K now. At least at the time, I was a pretty small channel.
Yeah.
And I was like, how does this happen? But I guess YouTube algorithm works in mysterious ways. So
I feel like
whatever.
You did it in the perfect time, of course, the peak of the game. But I feel like so the video, it had originality. Like I feel like what you attempted and what you guys did in that video, I feel like it was very creative.
Thank you.
Obviously, creators these days, there are certain creators, and then when they have, when they get popular off this one thing, and that's, like you said, that's their whole brand, and that's what they're. And so, you talking about, when you create something, you kind of want it to be like a one-off, and you don't want it to kind of expand. I feel like that's a very original, that's a rare mindset to have, because people kind of come into, when they have something that gets popular, you kind of that's a pretty cool mindset you have, that you kind of just want to be as creative as you can and as original as you can.
Yeah,
and that's pretty cool, man.
I mean, the thing is, it's like I notice with a lot of people, if they do one thing, they're gonna like do it for like a whole year or two, and then nobody's gonna talk about them afterwards. They're gonna be like a blur. And one of the things I want to try to do is I want to try to have things that I have like a rule. I have rules to my videos. Like I was talking to my friend that I have rules. I like have a whole like rule list to my videos. One of them is it's entertaining. Obviously, that's like number one for videos. 2 is I want people to at least learn one thing from my videos. Like it could be a moral, or it could be like an actual fact or whatever. Like with my Bop It video or with my Tootsie Pop video, I talked about the history of the product and what it is and all that. Like some people might not know what it is, and some people might. It doesn't matter. Either way, I tried to teach someone something. And I forgot the other 2. Rewatchability. That's what I was saying. Like I want my videos to be rewatchable in the way as they're like I don't need to watch a sequel to this. I might want a sequel, but it's still enjoyable where I can just go back and rewatch that, and I can still enjoy new videos like that. So like one-offs and rewatchability. And the last one is I want to keep it feeling
you?
Yeah, me. I want to keep it feeling me, and I don't want to focus on the numbers with my content where it's like, what would the mass want, right? Yeah. What would the mass want? I would think of it in the way as like me and my friends in middle school, we made like a bunch of short films and skits and all that. And I would think of it in the way of, what if it was just me sharing a video with like 3 of my friends? And that's just the mindset I try to keep. Like, what if we made this funny video? We thought it was really cool. We put it out there, and it was only like 3 or 4 people are going to watch it, and then it kind of just it makes me less stressful about the whole millions of people or thousands of people watching my stuff, because in the grand scheme of things, that's a lot of people sitting down looking at you. So those are just kind of rules I try to keep to myself when making these videos.
No one can really tell you anything if you're creating content that makes you happy, that makes you laugh.
Yeah.
Satisfies you.
Yeah. I mean, like, and that's the thing about like gaming videos. I'm not, you can see in the Friday Night Funkin' video, I don't play video games like that. Like almost all the comments, even though people were mostly loving it, almost all the comments were like, I can play this game better, but I'm 8 years old or something like that. And I don't let it get to me. I find them pretty funny, actually. but you can see that gaming is not my thing. I see a lot of people do gaming. So when I try to do gaming, I want it to feel different in a way, but obviously everything's done. Like everything's already been done. Like it's really hard to have like a creative mindset. You can only do something, not something that people haven't done a lot of, which is why I want my channel to feel more like a show, where it's not really like there's parts of me commentating. It's my real genuine reactions to things. But like at the beginning, there was a skit and story on why me and him were playing the game. Like this random dude calls me on a phone number and he's like, I want to battle you to the death in this rap battle or whatever. And I'm like, okay, sure, why not? And that was the whole joke. I wanted to feel like the character on that channel, the persona on that channel is a character. And there's stories that go within the video to make it feel like a show. And, you know, some jokes are written, some jokes are improv and actually like genuine, but I try to keep it in a way where it's not too much scripted, because I know a lot of people want to see genuine reactions and all that, but still in the way of where it's like I'm watching a show. I could probably rewatch this episode if I wanted to go back on a funny joke I thought was funny. So something like that.
That's pretty cool, man.
Thank you. So
pretty cool. I feel like so, and yes, the skit at the beginning that was actually I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty funny.
Thank you. That's the one thing I saw people saying they enjoyed the most about the video. It's like the gameplay is awful, but the skit was pretty funny. So I'm pretty happy. That was probably the one thing I wanted people to like the most, because that's what I'm going to be trying to do more in the future with the content.
I feel like you'll find great success, you know, doing what you're attempting to do. Because I mean, I feel like people who, you know, try to branch out and do their own thing, they're trying to be as original as possible and as creative as possible. I feel like they, in the long run, they'll get rewarded, you know, because I mean, we've seen a lot of creators recently who seem to be blowing up all of a sudden because they're different. You know? And so I'm happy to. I wasn't here from the start, but I'm happy to, you know, have joined your journey.
Hey, man. I mean, like this feels like the start to me. Like I don't know. I was kind of making videos and it got like maybe 5 views, but like now when I made videos, it's like in thousands of views and people are wanting more stuff. I feel like this is actually the start when I upload consistently. That's when I feel like, okay, I'm actually starting somewhere.
You got a lot of potential. I mean, plus, like I said, with you being after just finishing junior year, I mean, like, come on, you're not even in college yet. That's kind of crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy, man. But I wanted you to know firsthand, first of all, that you're inspiring me, because I'm about to go into college. No, for real, because I'm about to go into college. I just posted some videos recently. I began posting my first videos on my channel this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and because of you, because of Berlin, I felt like, and because of Corey as well, I felt like I could actually create content.
Yeah.
I feel like beforehand, I always had this mindset to consume and not create. And I feel like the other way around.
Same here. Same here.
Cool. Seeing what you guys are doing and seeing, you know, African American creators and seeing what you guys have been doing and the success, that's so cool to me. And so y'all show me what I can do. And I know it's going to be a lengthy journey, but I mean, I feel like it's something I truly want to do, whether it's gaming or just skits or filming or YouTube. I'm excited for the future and seeing. I hope to one day have a channel. I don't know, just collab with you guys and just be friends.
Of course, man. I mean, I can't wait to see you. I'm gonna have to subscribe. You're gonna have to send me the name of your channel. That's cool. I can't wait to see your journey, man. That's it.
I appreciate that. But I went off the tangent, but going back to the whole uploading, I feel like obviously the reason why, you know, you haven't been uploading as of late was because you're trying to get the best product out there. And
school was a big issue back then. But yeah,
but like seeing Corey and him not being able to upload recently and how but yeah, and that has been my whole family, we all love Corey, and so seeing being up
he's an amazing creator. It's one of my biggest inspirations. Yeah,
it's one of the best. We was watching him since he was like probably double digit. I want to say double digit.
Oh wow.
Exactly. No, double digits. Yeah. But
that's crazy.
I feel like we've been following him.
Crazy to me. The thing is that I'm always hearing people say I watched Corey from the very beginning, and there's not a lot of creators where I hear their fan base say they've watched them from the beginning like that. It's like they find them when they blow up on something and then they start watching them. But for Corey, I feel like a lot of people were just like, I don't know, he has some type of magical energy that connects people, man.
We was watching him, I think my dad, we saw a video of him, and I remember he had around, I want to say 75,000. I want to say a number. So it was before 100,000, and since then, obviously, it's going to 10 million. And so seeing people's journeys, that's so insane to me. And so that's so insane. Exactly, it's so insane. Just seeing people grow, like.
Yeah, he's a big inspiration of mine. He's a huge inspiration. There was something I was gonna plan to do, but it didn't go out. It didn't go out the way we wanted it to go, and I don't know. It might happen in the future, but I don't want to talk too much on it, so people don't, assume that there's something coming out, because it might not. It most likely won't. But I was. Long story short, Corey's just a big inspiration of mine. Probably one of the biggest. He's like top 2 or 3. One.
Yeah, for sure. With Corey not being upload, and then with you not being upload, and so many people not being upload because mental health, and then trying to balance all this different stuff, all these different variables, and you always got people saying, "Hey, upload this. Hey, when are you gonna upload? Hey, when are you gonna do this? When are you gonna do that?" I wonder, like, for you, how do you deal with that pressure? Like, how do you deal with people, all these constant people? Oh my God, when are you going to upload? Oh my God, when are you going to do this? How do you?
Okay. So that's the thing about my fan base that I really appreciate for some reason, is that they know that I do stuff outside of YouTube. Yeah. So I don't really get a lot of comments of people seriously acting like, hey, why are you not uploading? Because they notice that on my stories, I'm always posting like, oh, I'm doing an acting role, or oh, I'm doing this other thing right now. But I'm still working on videos. And they're like, okay, I trust you. I hope it doesn't get to the point where they all are gonna like rile up and just attack me and be like, where's the video? It's been so long. But they all seem to respect my like boundaries and everything else I'm trying to manage and balance. And they also know, well, he's still a kid in school, so it would make sense that he's not really uploading. But I feel like once I'm outside of high school, that could change. But also, even in the beginning, when I didn't upload the Friday Night Funkin' video, people were kind of upset. They're like, when are you gonna upload? When are you gonna upload? Because I'm always trying to say I'm working on this, because I see a lot of people don't say anything at all. And then people get like really mad at them for just ghosting them. But I realize they don't say anything at all, because people will get upset and like, okay, so when's the actual video? So I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't say anything at all, because more people.
It's a lose situation either way.
Yeah, it's a lose situation. You can choose to read in on all of it, or you can choose to just ignore it and drop it when it drops. And that's kind of what I've been learning. A lot of like creator friends of mine just say, don't. Even my dad, he said, don't promise things, just drop it when you drop it. Maybe like one reference that you're still working on it, but just drop it when you actually drop it. And so that's what I've been kind of doing. I've just been kind of staying to myself, working on it, and just dropping when I drop. But I got lucky for right now, at least. I'm lucky to not deal with that type of that stress at the moment. But who knows? In the future, it'll definitely change. I already know. Responsibilities get bigger, so
Yeah, as the channel grows, man.
Yeah.
I was about to ask you, how in the world, you probably already answered this, but how in the world do you balance school, personal life, uh, all this creative stuff that you're pursuing? I'm, I'm like, what are you doing? Are you not living at all? Are you?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people tell me, you balance all of these things. How do you do it? Because I want to do it too. I don't. At all. Like, there'll be times where I'm just doing a bunch of schoolwork at the last second because I was too busy like studying different types of ways to like for like how to make a video or how to do a certain acting or whatever. Just like studying anything I was working on at the moment. And then there'll be times where I'm like, okay, let me stop learning how to act for a second to work on a video, and let me stop working on a video to learn how to act, and then learn how to make comics. Like last night I was at like 4:00 learning how do you make comics, watching a bunch of videos on how to make comics. And then it's horrible. I do not recommend anyone doing this because it just becomes a burden. And that's one thing my friend Flacco keeps on saying, is that you need to drop some of these things. But I feel like I don't want to drop it. I just want to like I just want to do it all. I want to put it off, but I don't want to like wait years later to start it. I just want to do it all now so I can like get better with all of it together. And I feel like I've been slowly being able to do that, which I don't know how I do it. Like legit, I ask myself that too. I don't get it. I don't get it. But it's stressful. No sleep almost all the time.
People, they say I can relate, but I feel like I can actually relate to you because
I feel like it's something a lot of people deal with.
I'm trying to learn how to act. I'm trying to learn how to do filmography, and so I'm trying to learn how to, when it comes to filming, what do they do, like the process of filmmaking, or angles, camera, lighting, all that stuff.
Right.
I'm trying to learn how to use Adobe Premiere to actually edit the videos.
Yeah, Adobe.
Trying to learn how to use Ableton, which is a music production software. My brother, he's actually inspired me to create music, and so I'm trying to learn how to do that as well. And so I'm trying to learn all these different things, and constantly trying to watch videos, constantly, like you said, let me learn how to use, let me learn how to do Adobe. Let me cut that off. Let me learn how to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, do that. Okay, pause.
I'll come back to it on like, I always try to do Monday one thing, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all one goal, and then repeat the next week on the same days or something like that. That's just kind of how I try to plan it out.
That's probably the smartest thing to do, because I'm just trying to, whenever I get tired of one thing, I just go on to learning whatever.
Yeah, that's another thing though. You get tired of doing one thing over and over and over again. Not only just like people watching you do the same thing over and over again, but you get tired of doing the same thing over and over again. So like you want to have more things to do. So you don't want to stick to one thing. Yeah, pretty much.
You feel like if you cater to that one thing, you're gonna all of a sudden forget how to do that, or you're gonna forget how to. It's just
exactly.
I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying. I feel like you said, there's so much I want to do, and so I constantly have to deal with, am I not doing enough? Is my journey? Am I not in the right? What am I doing right now? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I not in the right point? Am I too slow? Am I not making enough progress? And so it's all these different variables trying to, deal with. And so hearing what you're dealing with and then seeing you actually creating, okay. So it is possible.
It is possible. It just takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work, and scheduling. Scheduling is so important. Writing and scheduling is so important to, like, even if you don't follow through with the schedule, just make sure to write it down so you can updated on ways. Okay, this schedule didn't work. Let me write something else. Or this plan didn't work. Let me write something else. Just constantly, just keep writing. Just write stories, write ideas. Even if you don't like the idea, you're like, this is a dumb idea. Just write it anyways, because you might end up liking it in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's writing is very important. I used to hate it, but it's really important.
That's another thing. I'm trying to learn how to be. I want to say not a script writer, but a screenplay writer, because when it comes to films, I'm always having these ideas, but
Yeah.
I get scared because there's always a format, or there's different all these rules and how to make a script and make a screenplay. You gotta have this format, you gotta do all this, and so I'm trying to learn how to do that as well. And then of course, always seeing experts be like, it's extremely hard to make it into the film industry, and it's extremely hard to get your script screenplay accepted. So it's like, we'll see what happens. Honestly, who knows?
Take a chance, man. Take that leap.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna change the questions up. I'm gonna
go ahead.
With your parents, how have they supported your adventures?
Oh, once again, I'm just thankful, because I know a lot of parents are very questionable about the entertainment career. They obviously want something that will work money wise for them. But my family has always been the most supportive people ever, even with the simplest of things. Sometimes I find it annoying how supportive they are. I'm like, okay, I made breakfast for you guys. This should be something I usually do. You guys don't have to cheer me on for this. But no, I love them for real. I remember when I did acting, they were like, okay, we're gonna find ways to keep you into this acting thing. When I tried to make content, they're like, okay, let's find ways for you to they took me to a camp to learn how to edit, and I was like, I want to make YouTube videos. Like, okay, go to this camp. And I stayed there. I didn't know anyone there. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, oh, okay, let me just learn how to use all of that. And then that's when I made my first YouTube videos, which are not on my channel. They were on another channel that I deleted, and I made sure it's gone forever. I still have the videos though, but I don't want to think about them.
Isn't it crazy seeing your growth from the first videos?
Oh yeah. The weird thing is though, I felt like the content idea that I had in mind didn't change. I still had sort of the same formula that I have now. It's just it works better, or it feels it's better than what it was before. Because even back then, I made skits with videos, actual genuine videos.
Yeah.
And then I look here now, and I'm still kind of doing the same thing, but it's just it looks way better. Editing wise, commentary wise, just everything in general. It just looks better, and I'm glad it works. I'm glad it works. But yeah, they're very supportive. I still remember this one quote my mom said, where she was like, it doesn't matter if you want to work at McDonald's for the rest of your life, we're going to find out the best way to make you the best McDonald's employee in the entire world. They're going to make articles about you being the best McDonald's employee. And they just try to whatever they see me wanting to do, they want to try anything in their way to
that's fantastic.
Allow me to be successful in it. And I got to thank them for it, because they've gone through a lot, and they just want a better experience for themselves. I mean, for me, than what they had themselves when they were younger. So I'm really thankful.
I feel like that's awesome. The key to any successful person, you got to have a great support system. You got to have great role models.
And it doesn't just have to be your relatives or anything. It could be friends. It could be people you meet in communities. That anyone. You can find the right people for you through anything. It doesn't matter. Exactly. That's one thing I see a lot of people question, but I feel like it doesn't matter who it is. You just got to find the right people who work with you, and that's just who it happens to be. I have some friends, I have some family, and they're just supportive to what I do, and yeah, you just got to find the right people for you to do that.
That's good.
I guess.
Who to you is who's your biggest role model?
Biggest role model?
Yeah.
Well, that leads back to the beginning where I was like, there's different categories. Who in what?
You know what? Okay, because you have different. You basically are involved in so many different.
Yeah. So it depends on who we talking. Like, what are we talking about?
Because for me, I'm talking about
content creators, right?
Someone who can do everything. Someone who can do everything.
Okay.
Yeah, and I already know for you, it's either Donald Glover or Tyler, the Creator. But who's the biggest? I know. I'll just say who's the biggest between those two for you.
Between those two?
Yeah, it could be anyone else. Do everything.
I mean, I want to say, obviously Tyler and Donald, they're big inspirations. Like from the beginning, like just seeing that they can do a bunch of stuff was really inspirational to me. Another one I want to say is, I'm just gonna say like one or two people from each thing that I do. Okay. So for acting, I want to say Will Smith and oh my gosh, there's so many good people. Will Smith and I'm just gonna go with Will Smith right now because there's too many people. Will Smith, because he kind of just does like comedy, action, drama. He does all of it. And then for like music and whatever, as I said, Tyler and Donald. For YouTube and like content and all that, there's a lot that I can name. Corey, Berlin, Markiplier, I'm Dante, probably like JonTron, maybe. I don't like a lot of his beliefs, but I do enjoy his content. But yeah, like they just found ways to format their content and do something new still, but still be genuine to themselves. Especially Markiplier. He's known for horror games, but a lot of the content I really enjoy from him is his live action, like reviewing type stuff. I don't know if you know what that is, but he also had a channel like Unis Honest. It was a channel that's
Unis Honest was amazing. That was a great.
I love that. It's still one of my favorite channels. That's why you see. That's what inspired like the Tootsie Pop and Bop It stuff. Just like whatever you have in your room, whatever concept, just go with it. And then just the fact that it all got deleted. Oh my gosh! Like I have like some like rest in peace. Unis Honest. But I just have like a list of ideas inspired by them. And I'm like, I'm gonna do that. If it's gone, I'm gonna redo that. I'm gonna do it my way. Because I just love that channel so much. It is still probably top 5 channels of mine. And even with Corey is so revolutionary in the way that he does gaming.
Yeah.
But also he does spooky scares. He made a whole series that gets the same amount of views as his gaming, because a lot of people are like pick and choose with what series they like to watch. But what I see with like Corey and Markiplier, mostly those two, what I see with those two is like they do multiple things, but I'll say Dante too sometimes, but like they do multiple different things, but people are just there for whatever they do. And they have so much like character and personality in the way that people enjoy them, where they could just do whatever they want. They do whatever they want, and people will be there and be like, I still like that guy. I like what they do. And that's kind of where I want to be. And that's why I make content in the way where it's one-offs, because I can do whatever I want, and they're there for me more than the actual content. And that's kind of, I think that's what everyone wants though. Like they want people to be there for them. But I don't know, who knows? Some people might be there for the actual content, whatever. I'm not gonna speak for everyone. But yeah. That's pretty much inspirations.
I feel like with Unis Honest, it was such an original concept because
yes,
ever done that before. No one has ever. The videos that they had, I feel like each video was just like it felt like its own, not movie, but it felt like everyone was just. It was.
The funniest. I love the channel. I wish I could go back and watch because I remember when that show came out. I call it a show. It feels like a show to me. When Unis Honest came out, that was literally the only thing. I would rewatch episodes because they were just so good to me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this concept is so amazing. It's so out of nowhere, but it's so good. And I remember I had a video I was going to do with Berlin where we did like this like buddy system type of thing. And it was inspired by Unis Honest. It was going to happen this summer, but we never really got to do it. And we just had like a bunch of like stupid ideas, and we would try to like trust each other with like a buddy system concept. But I don't know, we might do it in the future or whatever.
Yeah, I gotta still do that one day. One day, y'all still gotta
do it. I hope to do it. I found the concept so like just funny, and especially with like Berlin and his community, they're mostly known for him sitting down and talking about something, whether it be like commentary on like a video or a show or a game or any of that. Like they usually see him sitting down. I want to bring him up and just do like the weirdest, dumbest stuff, like outside of what he does.
That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. So you would be like, not maybe the host, and then you would just be making him do a whole bunch of activities, making him do. That would be so cool, man. That would be great.
I'm hoping we get to do it. I'm hoping I think we got some stuff this summer because of DreamCon, where we're gonna go down there. We might do some stuff. We might not do that one specifically, but hopefully later this year or next year, I might go back down and we can film that. But I'm really hoping to do that. So that's the only thing I want to talk about with like stuff coming out, maybe, possibly. Just because that was such like a funny and cool concept to me. All good. I get that all the time. Mom comes in here, dinner's ready. Mom, I'm streaming. Like, come on.
I'm doing this. Come on.
Yeah, I'm give me a second. But yeah, so I don't know. That's the only thing I want to talk about when it comes to like videos coming out soon, because I don't like talking about that stuff.
Hey, no problem. But I went to your Instagram page, the stories that you've been doing. It's so cool seeing.
I've been posting whatever on there, but yeah, go ahead.
Your story it's cool seeing into what you're thinking, what you're kind of into the.
I'd be so mad on stories sometimes though. I mean, like, it's not even like something that just like went down and I'm like, I need to rant about this real quick. It's just like something I would like sit on my bed and I'm just like thinking, and I'm like, this really annoys me, and I want to tell people that this annoys me. It's not healthy. I need to get a therapist, but that is just something I do sometimes. But you can say, I don't know what you're gonna say. That's just the first thing that came to my mind with stories.
You post whatever comes to mind, okay?
Yeah.
Basically, it's the mindset of you.
It's whatever's in my mind. It's whatever I got going on up here.
I was gonna say, seeing you talk about the acting, seeing you talk about content, seeing you weeks ago, seeing you talk about the whole voice acting and additions. I thought that was extremely cool, seeing into that and seeing someone, constantly seeing what they can do, seeing, their boundaries. But it's really cool seeing that you're not afraid to set boundaries and to see that you're not afraid to say, hey, I need to postpone this for today. I need to take a break. I'm not feeling this. Some people, they're afraid to take a break. Some people are afraid to, kind of take a step back and kind of disappear.
Yeah.
So seeing you be so open about, hey guys, I'm not going to be able to do this, and I'm going to just chill today. It's pretty cool seeing that, you're very open about that.
Yeah, I feel like the thing is, I would want more people to do, just for the sake of their own health, is be clear with your community about not how you're feeling like personally on a personal level, because that can go wrong in so many ways, but like just being like, I can't do this right now. I'm being real. I'm being human. I'm being real with you. I'm not in the right place and time to do it right now. Because if you go ghost, that's going to make people assume a bunch of things. They're going to assume things like, oh, he probably is just sitting here letting all the money grow from the videos he already made. He doesn't care about us anymore, or something like that. And I don't know, maybe it's because I overthink every scenario that can come out. And I'm like, okay, if I do or don't do this, something like this will happen or something like that will happen. But I try to make it clear in the way I see my life, like Telltale, like the Telltale games where you got to pick 4 decisions. And I gotta pick one of those decisions. I see it
Everyone
like that.
will remember that.
Everyone will remember that. The all-star community will remember that. Like something like that. Like I don't know, man. It's just I try to be clear with people, and I'd be like, okay, I'm not feeling this. I might be feeling this. Like some people will ask me, hey, can you do a gaming video? And I don't want my channel to fully be gaming videos. I want it to be like a little bit of everything. And I'm like, I don't really feel like playing that game. Maybe I'll do it on stream. We can like hang out on stream and do it, but I don't feel like it would be right for the channel. And I don't really have like many ideas to work off with that game. So it's like, just try to be clear with your audience, but don't be like, what's the word? Like, it's not see-through. You know what I mean? Like just
telling them your every move.
Yeah, basically. Every move. Yeah, exactly. Every move, every feeling, which is what I got to work on with my rants on stories sometimes. Like yesterday I was talking about, like, I hate when people say, I'm not going to get into it. I said something stupid. I said something stupid, and I was like, why did I say this? There's like, no one even made me feel like this. It just came out of nowhere, so I deleted it. But even then, people were like, I agree with you. I'm like, yeah, you can agree with me, but this is not my this is not what I'm trying to use my platform for. to just rant about things. So
I've had so many moments where I wanted to post something on my story, or I just wanted to post something and just do it. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even.
It's not worth it. It's really not. It's really not worth it at all. At the end of the day, it's gonna do more harm, because people are gonna be like, oh, he's kind of whiny. Why is he talking about this?
Why is he ranting like this?
Yeah, it's like, we're not your therapist, Hicks. What are you doing? It's like, yeah, you're right. Let me delete this before more people see it. I get so lucky because people look at it, but it's only like 100 people. It's not until like the next day when like 1,000 people are viewed on the story, but it's like 100 people, and it gives me an hour to think, like, do I just want this 100 people to see how I'm feeling right now, or do I want my whole community, everyone that's following me, to see how I'm feeling? I'm like, okay, maybe it's 100 people, just like they get it, but no one else is gonna get it. It's an inside joke. It's an inside combo. But yeah, that's. I'm trying not to post on stories anymore like that at all. I'm just gonna stick to like, oh, I'm working on this thing, or oh, I did this cool traveling thing, or oh, I thought of something funny or creative, and that's it. I'm just gonna stick to those.
I know that you're obviously, you're doing a lot of stuff, but focusing on your actual, it's probably not even, you probably don't even know the difference, but your Twitter page, the stuff that you tweet, what did I just say? The stuff that you tweet, it's it looks like it's a lot of positive and motivational stuff, and it's always either it's a quote or it's just something positive.
It's either, I was thinking about doing a tweet like this. I was thinking like, hey, when it comes to Twitter, I'm trying to be super positive and heartwarming for people, or I'm going to be a menace and make the most dumbest, stupidest joke ever. Like, I don't remember. It's like, I had one where it's like, follow your dreams or something like that. Like, it's like, look at keep your head to the sky, never glued to your shoes or something like that. And then like, I had another tweet that said, what if if you fart and sneeze at the same time, would that be a screenshot or something like that? I don't know why I said that, but like it's just like I don't know.
Mean.
That's what I mean. Like it just comes up in my brain. I'm like, that might be funny. And then sometimes people find it funny, and some people are like, Hicks, what are you talking about? What is going on?
Post that. What was that?
Yeah, why would you post that? And I'm like, oh no, maybe I'll write it in a joke one day. Who knows? It could. This is make sure it's a hit or miss. But yeah, I try to be more positive. Like I see people like always ranting, like what I do in my stories. That's why I don't like talk about a lot of personal stuff on stuff that can be just stay there. Whereas stories, it's like they come and go. But even then, I'm working on that. And that's also because it's all so new to me. Like I'm just so used to like only friends and family following me, and I can just like rant about that kind of stuff. But now I actually have audience and a bunch of people like, oh yeah, okay, so you're depressed. You're not in the best. You're not in a great mindset right now. Okay, and I'm like, I don't want people to see that. I want people to like feel good about themselves and like just have like a good vibe. And that's why I try to motivate people. And it's always like so nice when people are always like, this is what I needed today. Thank you so much. This made me motivated to like push through the day. And that's what I just genuinely try to do. I want people to like feel their best and feel creative, feel their best, feel creative, feel like they can do what they got to do for the day. At the end of the day, just try to push through. You got this, It's another day tomorrow. Who knows? Yeah. Maybe it might not be another day, just like just try to enjoy the day. Just try to enjoy the day.
Exactly. Are there times when you kind of have to limit yourself or set boundaries because you feel like you have such a, I guess it's unfair because whenever it comes to either celebrities or creators, just influencers, you guys always have, a responsibility, and it's kind of just thrust onto you. You don't, maybe sometimes you don't deserve it, but it's thrust onto you automatically, where you got all these people following you. You got all these people that look up to you, and so you have to constantly worry about, if I say this or if I do this, then this might have, an impact.
Cancel culture, right? Yeah, cancel culture. Oh, snap. Look. I'm so lucky that I didn't really use social media until like now. Because a lot of people, when they use social media, they were like teenagers, and they were like making really like edgy, dark jokes or whatever, or maybe some of it were their actual beliefs, but their beliefs changed, and then they get in trouble for that when they start blowing up. And I'm lucky for myself that I wasn't really the edgy. I wasn't really an edgy person. Like I was more of like the SpongeBob of my school. People would be making like, they'd be like, yeah, we be doing drugs, we be snoring, all that. And then they go to me like, what about you, Hicks? I'm like, hi, I'm Hicks. I like drawing. I like watching Spider-Man and SpongeBob. It's cool. But it's like, I don't feel like I gotta worry about that stuff because I know I don't have anything that's going to be said that's like really like controversial, but who knows? Maybe the screenshot joke will get me canceled in a few years. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, I don't know. Like I don't have anything out there that's like, even like looking back, because I see a lot of people are gonna scroll down and look back. Like the only thing that I have up there that might be controversial is the idea that I said I didn't really like the game Super Smash Bros. And people really got mad at me for that. And I'm not saying it's bad or anything. I'm just saying it's not my game.
I don't think they're gonna cancel you for that. Okay.
They were mad. Literally the voice actor for the Amazing World of Gumball is like, I'm gonna block and report your account. Yeah. Wow. So but he was joking though. He's a cool dude, but a lot of people were mad. A lot of people were mad at me for saying it's fine. But that's opinions. That's opinions on the internet. So you got to keep them to yourself.
I'll say that's another thing. That's another thing. Having an opinion and then just having a whole bunch of people automatically just slam you for it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it could be justified, sometimes it could be unjustified, but what's your opinion on
opinion on okay. Wait, go on. I just thought that was funny.
What's your opinion on cancel culture?
Okay. Okay, look.
I wasn't gonna ask this.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm gonna be honest, this is a question I thought you were going to ask. Like, really, at the beginning, I was like, I feel like there might be being like a content creator. I feel like
I'll be honest. This whole conversation about social media. This is not questions.
Okay. Yeah.
Conversation. I'm just asking questions that come up.
That's cool. It's cool. I'm glad I get to. I'm about to lay it down. All right. Look.
Okay.
Listen.
Do your thing.
I feel so like 50-50 about cancel culture. Like a lot of people are so. Oh my gosh, I hate cancel culture, but also like if it's real, no. Okay, look, I hate cancel culture for the fact that it's like if you see someone doing really good things now and they're being good people, they have like, you know, they're not doing anything and they said something when they're like, I don't know, maybe 18
and then
or whatever. And they get canceled for something they did 18, but they're like 25 now. That's so stupid to me. Like things were different back then. And saying, why does someone saying that one tweet matter more than like, I don't know, California burning down? Like people are so into like trying to take down celebrities when there are so many more important things. They're like, oh, let's make them feel they gotta feel accountable though. That's really important. Why do you care if this one person out of millions to billions on the world should be accountable? You have your life, they have theirs. Like it doesn't matter. It's not affecting you. They make videos on like Mario Golf or something. Why does that affect you so much? That's what I don't
That's a very good point. That's a very good point because the world that we're living in, it feels like at times the world is kind of just. It feels like the earth is just. I don't know. I feel like we're destroying the earth at this point, and so
the ocean was on fire. How does that even work? How is that even possible? How does that? I don't get it. Get it.
We're seeing that stuff, and then you got some celebrity trending number one. Forget when you got global issues, but then you got some celebrity one because they're getting canceled.
Exactly, for like I don't know some stupid joke they made.
I don't even know who started the whole cancel culture in the first place. I really don't
know. I feel like if it's low key like, you know, like illegal stuff, like they did something like, you know, drugged someone, or I don't know how far you can go with talking about this stuff on your podcast or whatever.
Nah, I talk about anything. So
you know, they drug people, they do the R word, like sexual assault, all that stuff. If you want to cancel them for that, that's fine. But if you're canceling them for saying one stupid thing, one like word
while they were drunk
or they were high or something, why does it even matter? It's not the end of the world. Like, yeah, it's morally wrong maybe, but it's just them saying something stupid when there's the ocean on fire. like I don't know. It's so dumb to me. It's so stupid. But yeah, that's my personal opinion. If it's actually to bring justice for like illegal garbage people do, cancel them. Don't give them a platform anymore. But if it's like stupid stuff, you're dumb. You're wasting your time. You're wasting everyone's time, and you're literally that one meme in SpongeBob where it's like, we did it, Patrick. We saved the city, and then the whole city's burning in the background. It's like, it's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb.
There's a bunch of time wasters. Plus, with Twitter, I've seen a lot of stuff. How it always feels like with Twitter, how it always feels like what they're saying is like the majority. But there's so many people who don't use Twitter that they really. Twitter's basically like the vocal minority, but it always feels like the majority, which is so crazy. but with social media, it's such, I don't know, social media is so toxic at times, and so you're just trying to.
Of course.
But you probably, I don't know if you know about the situation, but I'm curious. Do you know David Dobrik?